first like to explain the competencies of the Ombudsman based on the Constitution, the National Ordinance of the Ombudsman, and the National Ordinance of the Constitutional Court, pardon me. The Ombudsman has two roles to play, two competencies. One role is as protector of the citizens, the rights of the citizens, an investigative role. And the second role is in the lawmaking process as the guardian of the Constitution. The first role, investigative role, is actually our core task, where we investigate complaints filed against government, civil servants, or government entities with public authority. The Ombudsman investigates the conduct of government in relation to the public. The government looks at whether propriety was served. Propriety, behoorlijkheid is the word. Did government act proper when dealing with the public? And the Ombudsman uses standards of proper conduct to see whether or not government is practicing good governance. Anyone can file a complaint. A tourist, it doesn't have to be a citizen, an undocumented person can come, you can file a complaint. It could be an entity, you can file a complaint. And the Ombudsman also can do an own motion, as we call it, an investigation on her own. That is my passion in my work, is to really come to that place where we can raise the bar in a service to the public, to the people, where we, can understand the task of a civil servant. They are civil servants. It's a civil service. And the government apparatus, it's you are dealing with the public. It has to do with the affairs of the people, which affects everyone, so to speak. That is the mindset that needs to change, to think that it is yours. Civil servants who are working, it is mine. When people come and they request permits, or they request census registration, or they want their passport extended, or whatever it may be, a building permit, sometimes they feel the person at the window decides whether you get it, whether you don't get it, whether your letter is coming through, not through.
Or they don't like you.
Whether they like you or they don't like you. A new thing that has come to our attention with the government building, in the front desk, when persons come to hand in a letter that they are now turned away or turned back if it is not in accordance with a letter format that they have. So they have a letter format.
You got to follow that?
And you have to follow that. They also have that it has to be signed in blue ink.
Okay.
I have nothing against informing the public how to write a letter. It is good, because sometimes people write letters, they don't leave a name, number. You don't know who is addressed to, or some things are lacking with a letter. That is fine. To give that information and to hold an information session for the people, for the public, as to how to write a letter. But you cannot, if a person comes to the window with their letter, tell them, I ain't accepting it because it is not in accordance with this format, and especially not if you say it has to be with a blue pen. Why? If I have a black pen, a green pen, red pen, what is the issue? If I make a copy of my letter in the system, or I send it as an attachment, it will come out black. If I send it an email with an attachment where I signed it, it will be black. How why are we putting more restrictions instead of helping, being at service. We raising we putting more on the person.
Barriers, yeah.
Barriers to come with your letter. Of course, like I said, it is good to have a standard and have a look. But I noticed that this individual who brought this to my attention, the letter was addressed to the minister. It had exactly what the request was, a name and number. It was signed. Why do you turn the person back to go and make another letter? Some people even pay other people to write a letter for them.